Hi, Jan. I see you there. I'm not sure if anybody else made it yet. I'll explain it when I see more people. I'll explain what happened with the other link. I did some testing, but obviously I didn't do enough testing to make sure everything was working properly, or the way I thought it was anyway. Hey, Lindsay. Good, I'm glad a few people are making it over. Hi, Mom. Hi, Martha. Good, it looks like people are starting to find me here. Basically, the issue was I set up, I scheduled the live stream and then sent you all the links so you would have the direct link. But apparently, and I don't know if you always set it up this way, but when I set it set it up that I would broadcast from a different software. So when I went to go live, it wanted me to hook up with my other software, which I don't have set up. And to hit just go live on YouTube, it brought it up with a new link. So that's how I had to redirect you. And I am sorry for the confusion, but I am glad you're finding your way over. Hey, Cheryl. This is a little odd because I'm talking to you guys, but it's like I'm talking to myself. So I appreciate when you have something to say in the chat windows because it gives me something to interact with. And just trying to look at the other chat from the original and see if anybody is still over there. I'm gonna just post it again just in case. Yeah, it does feel a little weird, Martha. Oops. The other thing is that's weird is when I look at my window, it's opposite for me. It's like a mirror image, so I keep moving things in the wrong direction. Oh, okay, good. We got some more people. Okay, Chris got here, and yeah, yeah, I got to delete that video, Chris. When you stop something, it automatically posts it instead of saying, yes, please really post this. So you got to see me furiously clicking, trying to figure out what was going on. Huh, that's interesting that you guys got redirected to the night sky video. I will, if we do this again, I will have to do some more research. Oh, there's Kathy. Okay. I'm looking. Barb. I think Barb is the only. Barb was the only other one who was in the other chat window who I haven't seen here yet. So, Barb, if you are here, let me know. Good, Jan. I'm glad you like it. Okay, so for those of you who just logged in, I was explaining that the reason I had to redirect you was because when I scheduled the stream so that I could give you a direct link, it then expected me to use some kind of other software system to broadcast, which I don't have set up, and I couldn't figure out how to just go live on YouTube. So I started a new stream instead, which of course causes extra confusion. So I apologize for redirecting, but if we do this again, I will try to figure out what's going on so I don't, so we get it right next time. I know a lot of you are relatively new to YouTube or don't use it a lot, so I wanted to make it easy for you, but instead I just made it more confusing, but that's typical. So I am just gonna, okay, post the link one more time. I still haven't seen Barb, but I am going to get going. So basically, you know, since quarantine started last year or whatever, I kept thinking that, oh, it'd be nice to do online classes, and I just never got going with it. So I'm a little delayed, but I thought I'd go ahead and try something and see how you guys like the format. This this format is, I mean, it's got some benefits in that I know everybody has different technology, and not everybody's on Facebook. This one, you guys get to see what I'm working on, but I don't get to see you. I can see you in the chat, but there's not, you know, vocal interaction with any of us, which I guess makes it easier if I'm trying to teach you something, but not quite as much fun if everybody wants to see everybody's faces. So, you know, as we go along, you'll have to let me know what you think. You know, we could go, the problem with Zoom is we're limited on time, and I'm not really, it's not worth it right now monetarily for me to buy a professional membership. So some of you guys have met with me on Meet, Google Meet. So that's an option as well. But let me know what you think, and we can talk about it later. Yes, my mom is here, Kathy. I assume that you were talking to me when you asked that question. So anyway, I decided what I would do is send you all kits, so you can make cards together with me, or you can just watch, and this video will be posted afterwards, fingers crossed anyway, and so you could always watch it again. And so this is the new Easter collection from Close to My Heart. It's called Daisy Meadows, and this is the paper pack that you've been staring here on my work screen. Let me get my mouse out of the way. And it, as all of the paper collections now they have 6 sheets of paper and a sticker sheet. Now you can buy it without the sticker sheet if you don't like the sticker sheet or you just want more paper. But like this one in particular has these adorable bunnies, so definitely wanted the stickers. So I'll just take this out and look for you, let you look at all the papers in case you're interested. And this one was one of the ones in the cards. Do it this way here. Okay. Blue. Huh. That seems like a printing error. And the eggs. Oh, we got these cute bunnies. So you might have heard me say that my image is mirror image of what you're seeing and what's realistic. So I will be moving things back and forth the wrong way for a while till I get used to this. But so this is the paper collection. And there is there's a cardstock collection I can show you in the catalog, just a quick look. And actually, in the link I sent you, there was a description down at the bottom with the link to my website and all the supplies I used. I will copy that information into this new link in case you want to see it. So this is basically the collection, the paper, the sticker sheet. There's a cardstock collection with the coordinating cardstocks. There's dots, which I did not include in the card kit because I figured with the bumpiness that it might not mail well. I hope everybody's envelope got to you in one piece. And then there's the the Picture My Life cards, and there's a Cricut collection for anybody who is a Cricut person. Okay, so that out of the way. So these are the two cards we are going to make. I'm tempted to move my camera down, but I'm afraid the whole thing will come down if I move it now. So I'll keep that in mind for the future. So this is the first one. So this is the one with the white card base. If you open up your envelopes, and then this is the one with the yellow card base. And this bunny stamp is called Spring Rabbit, and you can get just the stamp, or you can get the stamp and the coordinating thin cut, so you can use your Big Shot or Cuttlebug to cut out the shape of the rabbit if you don't like. Oh, good, Barb made it over. Okay. If you don't like to do that fussy cutting yourself. So we're going to start with the card on the white card base, which is this one. So if you're going to work along, you can get out your supplies. And hopefully I packed everybody's kit properly so you all have the right supplies. And of course I pre-stamped everything for you since you wouldn't have the stamps. So basically it's just really easy assembly here. And I'm gonna when this is over, I'll send you an email with all the sizes of the paper I cut in case you want to create this card again, either, you know, if you wanted to buy these supplies or you want to use your own paper. I will let you know that I have not necessarily kept up to date with all of the current colors of Close to My Heart. So I did use on these some of the older colors. For example, this yellow here is Creme Brulee, which is an older color that's now retired. But the collection calls for, and I had that all written out and now I'm blanking. It calls for both Canary, which is the yellow, here you can see it better in this egg. So it's like the yellow in that egg is the canary. And that plaid I showed you, the paper is Nectarine. So if you wanted to buy the paper, and those colors come in that cardstock, the coordinating cardstock collection. So if you were looking to buy solid colors to coordinate. Now, if you bought the paper pack, you could also use like that, show it to you. Like you could, instead of you using the solid yellow, you could use this, which is the Nectarine, the plaid, in its place, and just put a little more texture in there. So these are just attached flat. Bring this in closer so you can see it. And this is just, this one is well, the other one was too, center top to bottom and left to right. Nobody said anything, so I assume the sound is okay, but if you're having any problems, let me know. Oh, and the newer cardstocks are all double-sided. So you get the original color, and then the opposite side is usually a lighter shade of that color. So it's nice because it gives you two options. You can pick whichever one you like better, but also it's something to be aware of if you're trying to, if you have several pieces of the same color and you're trying to match it, just be aware of that you're using the right side, or you're applying the adhesive to the right side. And this little Happy Easter stamp came from an older collection I have, which is just a whole bunch of greetings. But you could, you could handwrite it, you could put it on the computer, you could, if you had another stamp, another greeting. And there's also a couple other Easter collections in this catalog that have stamps that say Happy Easter or Easter Blessings and just Easter. So there's a couple other options there. Okay, and then for the inside of these bunnies' ears, I just used a colored pencil, and you can use a colored pencil or a marker. I wouldn't suggest watercolors, simply because the ink I used to stamp the bunny is going to run if you add water to it. But if you were really careful, you could probably add a little bit of watercolor if you wanted to. I'm just coloring really, really faintly. I just wanted a little bit of pink shading inside the ear there. And the reason why I choose colored pencil for light coloring like that, because it's really easy to control. And I just have to grab my foam tape. Uh-oh. Yeah. I knocked a wire. I've got a black screen, got a little worried there, but you seem to still be there. So, like I said, I used some retired colors, and actually I stamped the Happy Easter in Smoothie Ink, and that is still a current color, so you're good there. The bunny I stamped in Saddle, which is not a current color. However, we have one that's close, and it's called Toffee, and that would be a great color to stamp him into, or any brown shade. There isn't really a brown in the paper collection, so it's not like you have to really worry about matching that one. So I'm just going to put some foam tape on the bunny. Of course, if you don't like the dimensional look, or if you're worried, I've never, well, as far as I know, I guess since I don't receive them, but I've never had trouble nailing things with foam tape. But the only, I think maybe it was Linda who I noticed did this on a card she sent me maybe at Christmas, that she put tape on the envelope over where there was a gem. And so when it goes through the machine, sometimes that gem will make a hole in the envelope, which I know happens, but I do it anyway. But I noticed that tape, she put that tape there, and that really helped. So if none of you have ever done that before, I'm going to really try to start remembering to do that when I mail stuff out. Oh, okay, Jan's saying that there's a Happy Easter stamp in the stamp collection that goes with the Daisy Meadows that she bought. So there we go. There's our little bunny. Yeah, Linda's saying that she was the one who did that. It's very smart. Okay, so see, that's easy. Well, I suppose it's a lot easier when somebody cuts the paper for you. So, so this is the second card, and it is with the yellow card base. And again, this is lemon, which it's very bright, you'll notice. This is a retired color. The current version, their current bright yellow is lemon. But like I said, canary would work. the nectarine, um, uh, is an orangey color. Sundance, actually, I guess I was wrong about the nectarine. Sundance is the orangey color that comes in the collection. Um, um, so, I mean, really, or you could go blue. I was trying to add a different color in just to show, but I mean, you could use a white card base. You can use whatever you want. And now you see that I have 3 paper panels here, and I had the eggs on 2 of them, on the 2 sides, and the plaid in the middle. You could make all 3 of them the eggs, all 3 of them the plaid, reverse the order I have. Obviously, whichever paper you like best and want to highlight, you can attach it that way. And the way I made sure these were lined up was I attached the 2 side pieces first. Whoops. So put them on with about an equal spacing at the top, bottom, and side. It's hard to tell which way is up on these eggs. They're more ovals than like a bottom heavy egg shape. And then when I put the center panel in last and centered it between the previous 2 patterns. So like on this piece, and it really depends on your cutting, this piece has a little less space in between the panels than it does around the edges. I'm just gonna, I probably should just left it. Just want to move this one over a little tiny bit. But as long as you're, you know, consistent, it's gonna look good. And I'm going to go ahead and color this bunny's ear again. Oh, and this bunny, I used a gray, and I used gray wool, which is retired, but the new gray, which is very, very close and another beautiful color, is pewter. He's such a cute bunny. He's nice because he's realistic, but he's still cute. And you don't have to do a ton of coloring. I mean, you don't even have to color his ear if you're not into coloring. Okay, so actually I'm going to put my Happy Easter on my yellow. And this Happy Easter is stamped in Peacock, which is the same color as this deep blue-green paper here. Okay, and so now we're going to dove. See, you worked ahead, Martha. You could do the middle one first and then center on the 2 sides. I mean, obviously that works too if you're good at finding the middle. Okay, so we're going to dovetail these two pieces, which is the technical term for creating that kind of banner cut at the end of the cardstock. And okay, so there are 2 ways to do this. So you can just wing it and, you know, kind of picture the spot where you want to aim for and take your scissors and cut and aim for that spot, and then go over here and cut and aim for that spot, and you're good, which is perfectly fine. But if you're not comfortable doing that and you want it more precise, what you would do is measure and make a mark. And in this case, I'm going 3/8 of an inch in, and you make that mark in the center. And this piece is 1.5 inches wide, so you make that at 3/4. So I'm making my dot here on the back, so it's not going to notice, and you're not going to see it. There's my white pen. So I made that dot 3/8 of an inch in and 3/4 of an inch down. And that kind of gives you a spot to eyeball. Now, if you want to be even more precise before I cut these, you could I just used it. Okay. You could then draw a line from that dot to the corner. So this is the ultra precise way to do it. And for a piece this small, it's probably not necessary. For a large piece, like I've cut these on pieces that are like 4 inches wide and you go in deeper, and that's a little harder to get even. So you might want to be more precise on a bigger piece, but on this one, you could probably eyeball and be okay, but now you know how to do it. And we're going to do the same on this pink one. Again, I went 3/8 of an inch in, and this one is 1 1/4. So halfway is 5/8. I'm not going to draw my line. I'm just going to aim for that dot. And these are not normally the scissors I would choose, but my other scissors are in the other room. I like the ones with the little points when you're cutting something like that. That often helps. So there you go. So now you got two little, this backwards thing is confusing. Okay. So again, I just tape these down flat. I noticed that the chatting has slowed down, so I assume everybody is working hard. And Martha was able to work ahead, so I hope I'm not going too fast. And I line these up with the bottom of the pattern paper. You could also bring it down to the edge of the card if you liked that look better. Whoops, see? I put the adhesive on the side, on the other side, so my dot was there. Luckily, that was the pencil one and not the white mark, so I could erase it. Okay, and then I'm gonna, again, put foam tape on my bunny and my greeting. So, you know, these are Easter cards, of course, because Easter's coming up, but I mean, if you liked this card, the layout of this card, you can, as with, you know, any card, you could, you know, make it anything. Change it to greens and put a shamrock on there, and you've got the St. Patrick's Day card for next week, or, you know, some stars for 4th of July, or whatever. And there you go. And yeah, I gotta move my camera down next time so you guys can see better. The problem is if I keep it too low on a regular basis, then I bang my head into it every time I stand up from my desk. So, all right, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed the little demo. I know they were just simple cards, but basically, like I said, this was just supposed to be a little tryout to see if you liked doing online classes, or wanted to do it in the future, and if you like this format, or if you'd rather be in a format where you're seeing the other people in class. So let me know what you think. And if there's anything, any projects in particular you'd like, or maybe you don't want a workshop that, where we complete a specific project, but you just want me to do demos, which is an option too. I'm just, looking to see what you guys want to do. Oh, good, Martha. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I've missed you. It's like, last year we didn't know this was going to last so long, right? And I hope you've had some time to do some scrapbooking. Oh, good, Linda. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Oh, one thing I'm going to ask you to do, I see somebody else already liked, but down, if you're not full screen, otherwise when you go back to the smaller screen, below the video window, there's a thumbs up and a thumbs down button. If you could hit the thumbs up, I would appreciate it, because the more thumbs up you get, the more YouTube will call attention. Obviously, my audience right now isn't big enough that it's getting a ton of attention, but maybe someday, you never know.